Saint Devasahayam Pillai, a crusader and a martyr. Neelakandan Pillai, later known as Devasahayam, was born on April 23, 1712, into an affluent Hindu family in Nattalam village in Tamil Nadu, India. After receiving traditional education in Sanskrit and martial arts, he joined the army of King Marthandavarma of Travancore in 1729. In 1741, during a significant military campaign, the Hindu king's army defeated the Dutch and captured several prisoners, including a Catholic military officer named Eustachius Benedictus de Lannoy. The king appointed Lannoy as commander-in-chief to modernize the army in a European style. Meanwhile, soldier Neelakandan had impressed the king with military skills and was elevated as his close officer at his royal palace at Trivandrum, the present capital of southern Kerala. Noticing Neelakandan's melancholic demeanor, Lannoy inquired about his troubles, leading Neelakandan to confide in him about personal losses, including property, livestock, and failed crops. Sharing the story of Job, Lannoy said, "God tests faith through suffering." This conversation inspired Neelakandan to read the Bible and explore the Christian faith. Neelakandan started reading the Bible and wanted to embrace the Christian faith. Since the local clergy were worried about incurring the Hindu king's wrath if they baptized him, they sent him to Father Bhattari, who had been taking care of a vibrant Catholic community of more than 9,000 souls at Vadakankulam, nearly 45 miles away from the king's palace. Although Neelakandan desired immediate baptism, Father Bhattari insisted on catechism for months. He was baptized on May 17, 1745, at Holy Family Church in Vadakankulam, and was given the name Lazarus, which translated to Devasahayam in Tamil, meaning God is my help. Despite strong opposition from his in-laws, Devasahayam's first convert was his wife. He became an active advocate for Christianity and spoke against the caste system that prohibited interactions between upper and lower castes. His relatives condemned him for what they perceived as a betrayal of their faith, and they reported his actions to the king. As a palace official, Devasahayam overheard Prime Minister Ramain Daleva ordering persecution of Christians. He boldly challenged Daleva, stating, "If you want to send Christians into exile, begin with me." The king, influenced by complaints from upper caste Hindus about Devasahayam's conversion and activism, decreed that only lower castes and fisher people could convert to Christianity. On February 23, 1749, Devasahayam was condemned to death for being a most virulent defender of the Christian faith. In a booklet chronicling these events, Father Bhattari noted several miraculous instances where the execution order faced delays. Rumors circulated that the death of a Lazarus would bring great misfortune upon the kingdom. Thus, Devasahayam was not immediately executed, though he remained imprisoned in chains for 3 years. Even in the face of brutality, paraded on a buffalo with chili powder on his wounds, Devasahayam encouraged fellow Christians to pray for him, stating that their garlands were more precious than golden necklaces from the king. Despite immense pressure from high-caste Brahmins to weaken him, Devasahayam maintained a spirit of cheerfulness amidst his persecution, inspiring both fellow prisoners and guards to treat him kindly. He endured extreme physical hardship, including prolonged days chained beneath a large tree trunk. Though royal officials offered him riches and honors to abandon his faith, he cheerfully rejected these temptations. Instead, he engaged visitors in discussions about God and encouraged them to be steadfast in their beliefs. His reputation grew, and a multitude of both Christians and non-Christians began to flock to him, prompting the king to order his banishment to a remote location. Ultimately, Devasahayam was taken to Kattadamalai, 45 miles from Trivandrum. There, he was secretly executed on the evening of January 14, 1752. Despite receiving an offer to escape from a compassionate commander, Devasahayam chose to send messages to Father Bhattari and Lannoy instead, requesting prayer and affirming his commitment to his faith. Recognized for his extraordinary story, Devasahayam was declared blessed by the Pope on December 2, 2012, and canonized by Pope Francis on May 15, 2022. He became the first native layman saint of India. As we reflect on Saint Devasahayam Pillai's life, let us consider how we can embody our Christian vocation with similar fervor. Are we prepared to embrace our faith openly, even in the face of resistance? Are we willing to advocate for the marginalized and oppressed in our communities? Let us strive to carry forward his legacy of love, commitment, and justice in our daily lives.